So how much do you have here? Let's just do a quick refresh. So we have 60 in the raw material and 730 in the coffee warehouse. Let's just say we move 30 from raw to coffee. How do you do that? You go to MyGo and transfer posting, and instead of a one step, you do a two step. So which material is it? So it's a coffee beans. Which plant? From Chicago 1, raw material warehouse, to the coffee warehouse, right? Okay, and the quantity is 30 pounds. And what is the movement type that we want to use? We want to use a two-step movement type, right? So we want to use a 3 1 3. What does it say? So it just says removal from storage. 311 said transfer posting from one storage location to other. 313 just says remove from storage. So we are removing it from storage and putting it in a temporary stock in transit situation. And from that, we're going to move it back to the storage location. So do that. 313. So removal from the storage location and save it. All right, so here is what we want to do. Let's move this column a little bit to the left. We have removed 30 from the raw material storage location, placed it into the coffee storage location, but not directly, but into the stock in transit. Why? Because it's not there in the stock of coffee yet. It's still in transit. So using 313 minus, we have removed 30 quantity of stock from the raw material storage location, and using 313 plus movement type, we have placed it in the stock in transit. Say in a day or two, the truck comes in with the 30 pounds of coffee, and now we need to place it back into the coffee bean storage location. This was done using a transfer posting number 4900008015. If you want to go view that, you can view that here using MB03. Enter the document number, and one was a 313 minus, which removed it from the raw material storage location, and 313 plus, which placed it in the coffee beans storage locations in transit stock type. So this is an in transit. Now we're going to move it back to the actual storage location for unrestricted use. So the truck has come in, and what we are going to do is do a MyGo and do a place in storage. Previously we have used transfer posting. Now we are going to do a place in storage. So we are going to place the 30 pounds of coffee from the stock in transit to unrestricted use. So paste that material document in there, hit enter. The quantity, the material, which storage location it is in, all that stuff will be copied over for you. Make sure the quantity is right. So if there is some quantity that's damaged in transit, you can change this quantity. And where is it? It's going to be in the coffee bean storage location. So click item OK. Click on save. And that is done. Now what should happen here if I click on refresh? So if I refresh the screen, this should go away, and this should change to 760, right? So we are adding the stock that's in the truck into unrestricted use. Let's do that. Click refresh, and the columns got rearranged, so I'm gonna pull it back. So there you go. This is now 760 as we expected, and the stock in transit of 30 is gone. It's been added to unrestricted use. So this is a two-step stock transfer. So earlier we have seen a one-step stock transfer using transfer posting. And now we have seen a two-step stock transfer again using transfer posting and place into storage. Now you might be wondering why I am going back and forth between stock transfer and transfer posting. Sometimes I'm using these terms interchangeably. Well, in very strict terms, transfer posting is different from stock transfer. And we are going to understand those differences in one of the next chapters. But for now, just understand that what we have done essentially in these cases, the one-step stock transfer and two-step stock transfer, is within a plant, there were many storage locations. And if we wanted to move from one storage location to another, we were using transfer posting as a one-step process. So if you remove it from here, it's there already. There is no intermediary space. You remove it here, it's there already. So this process is typically used when the storage locations are nearby, like 10 feet, 100 feet, 1 mile, 2 miles, where there is, stock in transit is not really an additional step. It's not required. But in the same case of a plant with 3 storage locations, if you want to transfer the goods or stock from one storage location to another, and the distance between the storage locations is quite apart, if you remove 30 pounds here, 30 pounds is not really added here just yet. You could do the same one-step process here as well, but that does not correctly represent the stock situation. So if it were 30, it's no big deal, nobody cares. What if it were 30,000 pounds of coffee? If you take it out from this storage location and the target storage location is 200 miles away, in which case it's not ready for use now in the storage location. It's still in the truck, isn't it? So that's got to be represented in the system. Although the ownership will lie with this storage location, it's still in transit of this storage location. So which clearly specifies that it's not ready yet. So don't go about reserving those goods or promising those goods to the customer from this storage location. It's not ready yet. And when it's ready, the truck has come in, you can move the 30,000 quantity or 30 quantity that's in transit into unrestricted use. It's only when the goods are in unrestricted use that they can be used for any kind of purpose. It could be that a customer has asked for it, or it could be the barista has asked for it, or it could be for our own internal consumption. So this was done using a two-step process. And both are examples of transfer of stock. In this case, transfer from one storage location to another. Now, I know I've been confusing you with in transit, unrestricted, quality, blocked, so many different terms. In the next chapter, we are going to get a bit of understanding on what are called stock types.